Welcome to Juba Global News Network, and I am Jasmine. Top 10 news stories of the day, January 28, 2026. In today's fast-moving news cycle, here are the top 10 biggest headlines making waves around the world on January 28, 2026. From U.S. political developments and international conflicts to major corporate shakeups and ongoing global stories, we have got you covered with the most important updates of the day. 1. Amazon announces second massive layoff wave. The online giant is cutting another 16,000 corporate jobs, bringing the total to around 30,000 in just 3 months. CEO Andy Jassy cites AI-driven efficiency and reducing bureaucracy as key reasons. Is this the start of widespread AI job displacement in tech? 2. FBI executes search warrant at Fulton County Elections Office, breaking developments in Georgia. As federal agents raid the main election office in Union City, south of Atlanta, details are still emerging on the scope and purpose of the warrant. 3. Trump delivers remarks on Trump accounts. President Donald Trump speaks live on new policy initiatives related to Trump accounts. Watch for full coverage and reactions as the administration pushes forward on economic and domestic priorities. 4. Russia strikes passenger train in Ukraine's Kharkiv region, deadly drone attack hits a civilian train, sparking fires and casualties. Firefighters respond as the conflict continues to impact civilian infrastructure. 5. Alex Pretty killing, DHS report to Congress and Trump shifts tone. New developments in the high-profile case, including an initial DHS report sent to lawmakers, and President Trump commenting in an exclusive ABC News interview. The story continues to dominate U.S. headlines. 6. Historic social media trial underway in Los Angeles, a landmark case against Meta. And YouTube begins with potential massive implications for platform liability, content moderation, and the future of social media regulations. 7. Severe weather and storm chaos. Multiple regions face extreme conditions, including Storm Chandra causing widespread disruption in parts of the U.S. East and travel troubles leading to increased ER visits. 8. Epstein files and related developments, ongoing releases, and discussions around remaining Jeffrey Epstein documents fueling renewed public and media scrutiny. 9. Political violence and immigration enforcement crackdowns. Reports of heightened tensions, including ICE actions in Minnesota, in the Minnesota, and broader concerns about political violence across the country. 10. Kenya pledges support for South Sudan's 2026 elections. In a key diplomatic move, President William Ruto reaffirms Kenya's commitment to regional stability by offering technical and institutional help for South Sudan's delayed general elections set for December 2026. These are the stories shaping the world right now. Which one shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, like if you are staying informed, and subscribe for daily top 10 breakdowns, plus in-depth analysis. Here are the today news in Juba, South Sudan.
Now, the government says it has not resorted to war against opposition, but has taken measures to protect civilians and their property from armed violence, in line with the peace agreement and the ceasefire on hostilities. Addressing the media on security situation in Jonglei, Minister of Information Atanywaga Teng and government spokesperson confirms restoration of security as government forces have successfully flushed out rebels across Jonglei State. SSBC's Duku Wilson reports.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I have invited you here today to address the events happening in northern Jonglei.
Following renewed clashes between government forces and rebels in parts of Jonglei State, the government says it has halted rebel advances in northern Jonglei and restored security across affected areas. Minister Atenyi Katenyi commended the South Sudan People's Defense Forces for their swift response, saying the army acted to protect civilians and preserve the 2018 revitalized peace agreement, which he described as the only path to peace and stability ahead of the December elections.
We commend our SSPDF forces for their response to their national duty. However, the government of the Republic of South Sudan reiterates its commitment to fully implement the revitalized agreement on the resolution of conflict in the Republic of South Sudan, the RRCs, as the cornerstones for sustainable peace, security, and stability.
Atenyi calls on the SPLA-IO to immediately cease hostilities and fully adhere to the peace agreement.
In this regard, the government calls upon SPLM, SPLA in the opposition to immediately cease hostilities and strictly adhere to both the letter and spirit of the RRCs. Any action that undermines the agreement poses a serious threat to peace and jeopardizes the ongoing transitional process and stability in the country.
Addressing remarks made by Lieutenant General Johnson Olunyithabo, Atenyi says they were a personal slip of the tongue and do not reflect government policy on security matters.
The government further would like to clarify that the recent statement attributed to Lieutenant General Johnson Olunyithabo do not represent the policy and the position of the government of the Republic of South Sudan and should be treated as such. The mandate of the SSPDF, the South Sudan People Defense Forces, as a national army is to protect and defend the territorial integrity and lives and the properties of the civil populations.
The government also assured residents of Akobo, Nyirol and Urur counties who fled to UNMISS protection sites that security has stabilized and their safety is guaranteed.
The government assures all residents of Akobo, Nyirol and Urur counties who fled to United Nations missions in South Sudan, UNMISS sites for safety, that conditions are all secure and they are encouraged to avoid being caught up in a crossfire. The government fully guarantees their safety and protection. We also want to assure our UN partners, particularly the UNMISS, of full cooperation as they carry out their peace and humanitarian activities in the conflict-disturbed areas of Jonglei State.
The government reaffirmed its commitment to peace, dialogue and the protection of all citizens, urging all parties to exercise restraint in the interest of national unity. Doku Wilson, SSBC News, Juba.
له كلام كثير يعني انه بلدنا محدد وكل زول يفوت بتاعه ما ضروري ضرب سلاح ضرب سلاح براه ما كفاية. الكفاية كتير ذات ده اللي هو لكن لأن قال الجيش بمشي ببطنهم لو عسكري جعان ما بقدر بمشي. بعدين عسكري لهم يعرفوا كمان إنه الأهل بتاعه والشعب بتاعه واقفين وراه.
وكان في عربية واحد جاء كسر وذكرت لكم قلت لكم كان أنا ماشي وجاي أنا يعني عندنا هناك ولاية في لجنة زي اللجنة عندكم هنا ده برادنا فيه لنفس العملية ده وده كله بياخد زمن. أنا قلت له يا أخي أبو ياخد زمن ده شغلكم برات له فيه ب200,000 وده بياخد زمن وده ممكن ما بيجي الليل ولا بكرة. وأنا بنفسي حتى أنا جيت تاني ب2000 وكين ما أعرف قدر عربية وهو بيشيل كم. وده طبعا ما جديد الطير وزير مجانا قبل كده قبل 8 ولا 10 سنة ولا 10 سنة في غوريال كان عندنا عملية هو كان قاعد عمليات برادنا وفي النهاية نجوا معانا ذاته. غوريال سكت وكان بقدر عندي ما كان عليه كده. لما الجماعة دي مسكوا بلد ياوده أنا بقول يا جماعة قروي ده لقيناه في أسفله. قروي ده ما جبناه من أي مكان. لو بقي في مشكلة بتاع أسفله الليلة ونجيبه عشان يلبوا مشكلة ده.
نشكركم بوقفة بتاعكم ده لأنه بلد اللي ما عنده دعم بتاع رجال الأعمال وسيدات الأعمال طبعا بيكون بلد تعبان. عملت الليلة ده روحك بدري زي ما أنا عارفه يعني. أنا أول مرة أشوفك كان في ظروف بطال جدا أيام كنا بنقاتل في غوريال سنة 2000. أنت وقفت معنا وكل التجارة اللي كان عندك كله خسر عشان نقدر نلقى تعيين للجيش يعني. ما عودنا لك كل الحاجات دي ما عودنا لك بطريقة مباشرة. قلت زمان وقت نمسك واو هنشيل سوق واحد ونقول لك يعني لكن وقت دخلنا واو كل واحد لقيناه في دكان بتاعه يعني. فما في مشكلة يعني. فعلا كلامك صح. الجيش الشعبي ياو جاب لنا حرية ده. الخلا هسه بقى في جنوبيين مليونير جنوبيين بقى رجال أعمال جنوبيات بقى سيدات الأعمال. ده كله جيش الشعبي ده ياو عمل الكلام ده. وأكتر من كده كان في قرش في يدنا هسه الوصل لكم
Kir Gaisef has shown a lot of commitment to the current situation that the whole world has now known. So Kir has been a great supporter of the SPLA since the time of liberation. Up to this time, he has shown a great contribution. For the first time last week that he brought 1,200 bags of maize flour. Again today he has brought along with him 5 trucks full of maize flour again. And these 5 trucks amount to 2,220 bags of maize flour. This is a great contribution that the nation will never forget. He expressed himself so much that this is just the second round. He is continuing to provide this support until the problem is ended. So I think the people of South Sudan would be very much appreciating the efforts from Comrade Kir Gaitef. People of Unity State would be very much happy that they have been joined by their brother with the heavy support to make sure that the front is well supported. Thank you very much, and I know this is going to be a very great appreciation from our gallant forces of the SPLA in front. The war efforts is not ended. We know that we just came out because we were told by our government to withdraw based on the conditions that have been given by the international community. But we have to support our army there, because unless if the Khartoum leaves the bombardment that it has been bombing our civilian targets and stopping recruiting militias to plant landmines, and also
government takes full responsibility of their safety. Residents in the area, including Pathao traditional leader Kor Ding Tong, are being seen celebrating alongside SSPDF troops, welcoming the restoration of government control and the return of relative calm and security in the area. The SSPDF says more detailed updates, personnel losses and equipment damage inflicted on retreating SPLAIO forces will be released later. The SSPDF says it remains committed to safeguarding civilians and maintaining stability as security operations continue in parts of Jonglei State.
28 شهر 1 2026 القوات الدفاع الشعبي جنوب السودان قدر يخش ويحرر مدينة يواي. هذه منطقة يواي تمحكم بتاعت المتمردين. قد ما هاد اللي كان بيتجمعوا فيه ويعملوا حركات وتحركات بتاعهم الغير إنسانية في شمال جنجولي، وهم كانوا بيحددوا وبيقولوا ما يخش لبور وماشيين على جوبا، لكن خلافا لذلك لنا وجينا لقيناهم في مال اللي هم قاعدين فيه. طلعناه من فجور وديناه ليواي وتعباناه لهما اليوم اليواي وقع في يد بتاعت القوات الدفاع الشعبي في جنوب السودان. لا يفوت لذلك القوات الخاصة بتاعت تايجر ديفيشن، وأيضا القوات الخاصة بتاع جهاز الأمن بتاع القيادة بتاع الميجر جنرال ديف، وأيضا القوات الدفاع الشعبي جنوب السودان الأخرى بتاع القيادة بتاع اللواء ما كان كل قدروا يخشوا منهم امبارح إلى منطقة فطاي، وهم جاهزين الآن عشان يتحركوا عشان نفهم كل أراضي الفيهم ألمن بتاعهم. لازم نكون نظيف عشان الشعب بتاعنا يكون حر في وطن الأبي.
Misi pun begini, ni bani begini pun begini. We are happy that government takes full control to safeguard our lives and property. I'm calling upon my brothers and sisters to return to their homes and rally behind the government under President Salva Kiir.
you.